Now we're going to talk about what you need to do to actually make a DCP with Auto DCP. The first thing you need to do is you need to find your source file. Here I've got one on the desktop. And you're going to open your Auto DCP folder from the Finder. Remember, you need to use your local copy of Dropbox, not one that you access from a browser. So here we're going to go in the Finder, and you'll see I've got a Dropbox folder here. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click on Apps, and you can see there's an Auto DCP folder in here. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my source file on top of the Auto DCP folder, and we're off to the races. Now, one thing I want to point out to you that's really important, if you open this Auto DCP folder, you're going to see your source file, and you're going to also see a folder called DCPs. Don't drag your source into there. That's where the finished DCP is going to go. So once again, when you do this process, you drag your source to this parent Auto DCP folder. Okay, at this point, everything that you need to know about what's happening with your file in Auto DCP is going to come via your email. So if we open my email now, we notice that Auto DCP has contacted me. It looks like there's a naming problem with my DCP. So let's open this up. Okay, so it says my file, everybody can exercise.mp4, is not appropriately named to meet the DCP naming convention to play from the theater system. Now, I can go and read all this stuff, but actually, here in the email, it suggests a name. And I'm just going to go ahead and use that one because I know it's compliant and it looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to highlight it, and then I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go to the Finder again. Again, remembering that I always do this from the Finder. From Dropbox, I'm going to go in the Apps folder. I'm going to go in the Auto DCP folder, and here's the source file name. I'm going to click on that, and I'm just going to hit paste. Of course, I just want one MP4, so I'm just going to delete that. Okay. So now I'm just going to close this up, and it should do what it needs to do because I've renamed it to a correct name. So I'm going to go back to my email. Remember, that's where the notifications come. I'm going to check. Okay. So we have 3 emails now from Auto DCP. The first one is letting us know that our job is queued. So if we open it up, it says queued file for DCP encoding. You will receive a pre-flight report providing more directions. So let's go back to inbox. And we'll see there's a pre-flight job report. Now, this is really important. This is where you check if everything is correct before you sort of push the final go button on the DCP. So we'll open this up. And you'll see this gives us important information about the DCP, about the source, loudness, and we'll go into more details about that later. But once this all looks good and we're sure that we're happy with it, then you can go to the third email, which is the invoice. And this is what actually triggers the DCP creation. So we'll open this. You'll see that we have an invoice here. The amount due is $5. It was just a very short video. And I'm just going to scroll down. And I'm going to pay it up here at the top. As I mentioned before, all of your important communications from Auto DCP will happen in your email. So once your DCP is completed, you'll get an email like this one here. We can open it up, and you see that it says that the DCP is complete. In order to check this, we're going to go back to our Finder, click on the Dropbox, click on Apps, click inside the Auto DCP folder, and you'll see that there are 2 folders in here. The completed folder contains our original source file, And if we go to the DCPs folder, we'll see here's our complete DCP, correctly named with the correct naming convention. And this is what we will send to the festival to play your film from.